This is Bawumia when he came to power, when he came into office.
You will recall that I stated in 2014 that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was true then. That was true then, and it is true now.
Yama o kwan se be yejuma. Ejuma no want man ye. Obia be yejuma yi na se wotena abonten se yama o kwan ye ejuma no bi. Mengin de se Ghana for be penisa.
Yama o kwan se be yejuma, one o ka kire ye. Yama o kwan for 8 years se be yejuma. Ejuma na wa wankasa wa ntumi anya. Na wa ntumi anya adwuma na adentina na de o se nsan fa adwuma na ma na sa ya. Ends 2022 at record 54.1%. Lending rates to remain high. Data show 2022. Under Bawumia, inflation echo 54.1. Under Abozege, under Bawumia 2022, inflation echo ya could do 54.1. Eka de ankedu 60. Eka de. Under Bawumia, head of the economic management team. Under Bawumia, head of FX committee. Under Bawumia, the vice president of Ghana in charge of finance. Under Bawumia, inflation in 2022, it could do 54.1. And under John Mahama and Professor Nano Pukwajiman, inflation was 3.8. Okay, me say, yenja ini sanfa Ghana sanko she Bawumia nsem. Ne ye Jimmy for. Ye Jimmy for. Upkachen say upon the year no, upon Sadia record with this Bawumia's terminal report. Where into the Bawumia say yenhwese to abamano 54.1 inflation would could do 54.1. Or see and show when Sanfa Ghana shedism. Now the Ghana Bawumia inflation would be 300. And that mistake there, we should not even think of it. Say, yeah, the Ghana Besha Bawumia nsem. Na de ye koto. Na de enim nyansa. Yewu Bawumia terminal report in year 2022 or the inflation could do 54.1. Time na yebusa the questions no di atem no na yeresa. Yebusa the questions no nam Ghana ye the incompetent one. Now oh you say yebusa say Bawumia nyoma boy ding e do 54.1 no you say. Yeah you say Bawumia gu komu ne tie no you say. You say gu komu and the Bawumia say yen sanfa Ghana shan sanfa inflation ko 54.1. Na ye Jimmy ana. Ye Jimmy say ye be sa. Who in their right senses will sit back and say, let me hand over the country back to this guy who took inflation to 54.1. Now, my mention record be a NDC are buying way. They be a NDC are better managers of the economy. And yeah, now look at this. Inflation drops to 3.8. At the record to be able to and these are some of the things I need NPP for a challenge. Now, on the back of the 3.8 inflation rate recorded for January 2026, it bears placing on record that the NDC has the best economic record under the Fourth Republic as follows. Now here, highest growth rate of 14.4% in 2011. In 2011, growth rate could do 14.4% in the history of the Republic of Ghana. In the Fourth Republic, government NDC. These are facts. But we have data, and the data on one check the data. Now, the second record that NDC are buying, in Chekase, NDC are better managers of the economy. They are the ones who also have trust. Trust in trust to Omumu. Omu also a job with this to match 2011 highest growth rate 14.4. Obiant been breaking record. No, they are back again and they are doing more things. Now, Oko Aya record lowest inflation rate of 2.9% April 1999. Under NDC, and they recorded the lowest inflation rate, which is 2.9, and there it is at 3.8. That means the NDC can bring inflation; it can break its own record. That means say NDC record on which set it to 1999. Inflation almost to be reduced to do 2.9. No, now and there in less than 2 years, NDC the inflation free 54. Baumia inflation of 54.1. Now NDC they are about to do 3.8 in a year and 1 month. It means NDC can break its own record and bring inflation down to maybe 1.1 or 2.5 or 2.6 or 2.7 or even 2.8. These are the better managers of the economy, and the facts are there. The data is showing, say, they are better. We need to hand over the country to them, not comedians. Not comedians who just read from some papers and start dancing and humiliating themselves. No. Now, these are the records. Longest sustained single-digit inflation of 33 months from 2010 to 2012. Single-digit inflation. NDC from 2010 to 2012 for 2 years, almost 3 years. The inflation rate, is stayed as single-digit for 33 months. For 33 months. NDC from 2010 to 2012, holding single digit inflation. Holding for 33 months. These are records, these are facts. Into the AC in there, it is not new. It is something they have done before, and they are determined to break their own records. What you are seeing today in Ghana, and yet fallacy. The John Mahama and this for no a yadi o my paying a yadia omunim so much my year and it's not we are seeing 3.8 single digit inflation today. It is not like omunye bida o my their change say that, so they can bring inflation lower because they have done it before. It was around 2.9. They held it for 33 months. These are facts. Now you will see highest annual cedi appreciation of 40.7% against the dollar in 2025. Cedi sometimes I appreciate here. Cedi I appreciate here. In the history of the Republic of Ghana, in 2025, cedi to me appreciate here 40%. The strength ejina swa 2025 anti amba form na ewa hoden chen dollar cedi was strong. Cedi continuously was strong for about 40.7% during the time enya hoden jina na aso enye se ende cedi enya hoden na hoden aba form na in 2025 NDC ba power no cedi hoden 40.7% ejina na aso sa. And it shows you the consistency in governance. They are showing consistency. So, trajectory, pace. You could see that something is being done consistently. Consistency is very important in governance. It is NDC for power from 2025. Sibia consistent in how they manage the economy. They are the party we able to me say if they govern for the next 41 years, we are going to have a Ghana that nobody will want to travel out of. Now, Osakwa, this is another record at NDC for. These are better managers of the economy. Yeah, the records need to MPP for will be on Famra. Now, you see this. Largest reserves of 13.8 billion at the end of 2025. Since say at Ghana, Abaya etumi and making sure say yenye sika adayechi. 13.8 billion and MP NDC by 2025 omutumi accrue ye de two ye chimaye sika edawa ye nchimba ye reserve sika edayechi 13.8 billion dollars in 2025 alone. Sika ye nyaye as a nation, because we have a government filled with people who are intelligent to know how to manage the affairs of the nation, how to economically maneuver, how to economically make sure say we the citizenry know ye hunchre. They have been able to set all these records, so nobody should sit there and talk. This is straightforward. Hand over the country to them for the next 41 years and they will make sure consistency plays. Now, when you go down there, highest import cover of 5.7 months as of end of 2025, among others. It is social records when why should anybody hand over the country to NPP Bawumia, the same Bawumia who said when the exchange rate when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you, right? The same Bawumia could not even defend his own statements. We cannot hand over Ghana to a man who is not consistent, who basically lies to himself. This is Bawumia. And you see, sometimes we do these things to let you know the kind of people are. This is Bawumia. He told us, say, when the fundamentals are weak, exchange rates expose you. The same Bawumia, when he failed to make sure say dollar no sebio see the nenya hwode achen dollar no etuma manage economy ni no hu say we fail no. He tried to use lies to cover up his lies. This is Bawumia. Listen to this comedian.
You will recall that I stated in 2014 that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was true then. That was true then, and it is true now. It is 100% correct. So if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But it is warped logic to jump from that to a conclusion that if there is depreciation in your currency, then the fundamentals must be weak. Do you understand the logic? It is very warped logic. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But if the exchange rate moves, you cannot jump to that conclusion that the fundamentals are weak. That defies logic. That defies logic. There could be other external factors causing the exchange rate depreciation. For example, if I tell you that if your leg is broken, you are going to be unable to walk. Then I'm somewhere and somebody comes to tell me, this person is unable to walk. Can I just conclude that their leg must be broken? There can be other reasons why you are unable to walk. But the NDC logic will insist, in the face of contrary evidence, that since you cannot walk, then it must mean your leg must be broken.
You see the problem I have with Bawumia? When you were in opposition, and our culture Ghana for say, NDC your power. When the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. So you knew that other external factors could cause the exchange rate to expose an economy. So why he said that time, from oh, you're a good economist, why didn't you consider external factors before you made that emphatic statement in 2015 that when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you? Now, why are you now telling us to say, now, dear, we need to understand, say, external factors can also mean, say, the air cost, no, it is not the only reason to exchange rate, no, idea a change. Bawumia, basically, I think Bawumia, when he's sleeping, he talks to himself. Or set on one of the questions. Or we are no best answer questions. No, Becca Chegana for years on Habing. In 2015, when you were saying that the John Mahama administration, because the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose them when it was exposing them. But didn't you know that when you were making that statement in 2015, there was something called external factors, other things that can affect the exchange rate? Now you come to power, and now you move away from your initial statement and tells us, say, I NDC for the because right now, no, you have run the country down, and that there are other factors that are affecting the exchange rate. Intimamo Obian Blemu, Intiansantam Ghana. Are you a psychopath? Where did you learn your economics? How did you get here as an economist? Who should take you serious as a human being? And honest truth is, I don't want to use any strong words at you because I think say, if you use strong words at you, it's not important. It's a waste of energy because you don't cut it. There's nothing about you that shows everyone and as anyone say you are smart enough to handle the country on your own. You are not smart enough. You lie to yourself, and sometimes, I know say, Jimmy, this basic thing you yourself, you are exposing your ass as an economist. It is say, unim say, untumi kanjo bi say obina ne ya echeso untumi nantia. Then why were you before telling Ghanaians to say fundamentals need weaker exchange rate no expose them, because it was an emphatic statement? So why do you want to turn the same thing and now use that to defend your abysmal, their incompetent, their leadership? Bawumia, you have lost it. And we are going to play your own words. We are going to use your own vague mind statement to judge you. We are not going to go anywhere. We are going to be here. We will show you your terminal report every single day. Every day we will show you your terminal report. Because one man easy. One man easy. One nyoma is so simple. Ama ubia wa Ghana. When you were in office, you said something, and our refi, my member terminal report back on show. Bawumia can never manage any economy. Susu joint. Bawumia cannot manage susu joint. Obia na yire na chere baby on fan be man share. He cannot manage susu joint. I am telling you, this is Bawumia when he came to power, when he came into office. Ti afi musantie no.
Ye ma wo kwan se be ye djuma. Djuma no want man ye. Obia be ye djuma yi na sese wo tena abonten se ye ma wo kwan ye djuma no bi. Mengin de se Ghana for be penesa. Ye ma wo kwan se be ye djuma. Djuma no want man ye. Obia be ye djuma yi na sese wo tena abonten se ye ma wo kwan ye djuma no bi. Mengin de se Ghana for be penesa. Ye ma wo kwan se be ye djuma. Djuma no want man ye. Obia be ye djuma yi na sese wo tena abonten se ye ma wo kwan ye djuma no bi. Mengin de se
ya ma wo kwan se be ye djuma, wa na ka kire ye. Ya ma wo kwan for 8 years se be ye djuma. Edjuma na wa wankasa wa ntumi anya. Na wa ntumi anya adjuma na adentina na de o se ensan fa adjuma na ma na sa ya. Atinga. Ya ma wo kwan 8 years se ya adjuma no wa ntumi anya adjuma no. Atinga. Na adjuma no wa ntumi anya adjuma na ni apamo se fra adjuma di mu a ende obi ya adjuma na wugina nchen se ya mfa adjuma na ma na ya. Atinga. Adentina fa adjuma ni ma wonya. O de wo kasa na wo ndwene ho wo no wo kasa wo ndwene ho. Enti adentina ende ya mfa adjuma na ma wonye. Why should we give you power today? Why? Because you're more with human 8 years. I think I went to mine. I didn't say it. It's your terminal report. One I can say, yeah, ma obiejuma went to mine. No, I could judge. I didn't think some for juma na I think
yeah, ma wo kwan se be ye djuma. Djuma no want man ye. Obia be ye djuma yi na sese wo tena abonten se ye ma wo kwan ye djuma no bi. Mengin de se Ghana for be penesa. Yeah, ma wo kwan se be ye djuma. Djuma no want man ye. Obia be ye djuma yi na sese wo tena abonten se ye ma wo kwan ye djuma no bi. Mengin de se Ghana for be penesa.
Atinga. Wanga se na waka kire se edjuma ne ntumi fa ma wo. Because ye ma wo kwan 8 years say ye edjuma no. One again say you choose interchanges over the Ghana card, or you choose Ghana card over interchanges. Eti ko na ko Ghana card. Atinga. Want me anya adjuma no. Na want me anya adjuma na aden enter adjuma ni san fama wo. Se na odwin se wo di atem. Ye be board terminal report every day. Ye be kire wo, ye be direct Ghana for, ye be mo the kind of person you are. You are a liar. There's nothing truthful about you.